Let's talk about 6 things that sellers can do to scare away potential buyers. Now, I think some of these probably are common sense, and some of them, they obviously happen because they made the list. Number 1 is going to be hanging around during the showings. This is a big no-no. You want to get out of the property while it's being shown so buyers can relax. Buyers are going to be tense. They're not going to be as open to talk about the property with their agent, and it's going to create a negative environment if a seller's there during the showings. Now, I understand there are situations where it's mandatory, it has to happen. I understand a lot of sellers just don't like people being in their properties without them being there. I get it, but if you can choose and you're trying to decide, should I stay or should I go, the correct answer is get out of the house. Number 2 is going to be bad smells. Now, you got to remember, a lot of people don't realize what their home smells like because your nose gets immune to it. You can't tell or smell any difference. But buyers walking in the house for the first time definitely can. You do not want your house to smell like animals or any type of cigarette smoke. Those both are no-nos. That's going to leave a very negative lasting impression on potential buyers and will scare a lot of buyers off. So make sure, get you some plug-ins, some incense, burn some candles, bake some cookies, but just do something to make sure your home has a nice, pleasant, natural, flowery, good smell. Number 3, listing your home at 2021 prices. Anyone buying a house right now realizes that the market is changing or has changed. People are not getting the top dollar prices like we were a year ago. We're seeing more price reductions or price improvements than we have in years. So listing your house at prices that we were trying to get over a year ago is going to scare away potential buyers. Number 4, having family photos all over the home. This is a conversation I have all the time with sellers. You want to go ahead and get rid and hide all your photos of your family if you have them in multiple rooms. Now, having some family photos on your dresser or on the wall is not a deal killer, but in general, you want to take those down. You don't want people to be thinking about the human being living in the property. You want them to be able to focus on the property. And having family photos all over the house is going to be a negative deterrent for that. Number 5, I find kind of funny, but it obviously happens for it to make the list. But that's having dolls in your listing photos. If that's a problem for you, then maybe you should swap out a photo, or just not include that photo. But you never want to have dolls in your listing photos, unless maybe it's a Barbie playhouse, maybe. But besides that, don't post any photos with dolls. Okay, and the last one, number 6, which is one of my favorites, but that's keeping one of the doors locked and placing a sign that says "Do not enter." You're talking about scare buyers and give them something to think about that's extremely negative. Locking a door and putting a sign, "Keep out," is going to do that every time. So make sure if you do have a locked door, put maintenance closet or something on it, but not "Do not enter." All right, everyone, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the 6 things sellers do or can do to scare away potential buyers. Make sure you don't do these. The first ones are more realistic than the other ones, like the doll one, but hey, I guess it happens.